Is this embarrassing? Yes. Is it awkward? Yes.
No, bitch, it wasn't awkward until you made it awkward by saying awkward.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Awkward.
Social podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Awkwardly Social Podcast. My name is Jose Chavez. Thank you so much for downloading this episode. As you can see, I've stepped up the game in terms of the aesthetic of the environment. Now I have a piece of cardboard, which is part of a pizza box that I did a quick drawing on and then put it behind me on my couch while I disassembled a lamp to be able to provide a light source directly in front of me. I'm going all out for you. That's what I'm trying to say. If you guys want me to do better with my lighting, I don't know. Next time I'll bring a flashlight with me. I don't really know. Maybe you can send me one for my birthday. It is, of course, next month, and everybody gets so excited about birthdays that they're going to be like, oh my God, it's your birthday. Let me send you a flashlight or some better lighting. Here, let me send you $2 to be able to do something cool with your set. It's not really a set. It's my living room, and I'm currently sitting in a room with two cats, as I usually am when I record these things. And it is something that I wanted to talk about, not the cats' birthdays. So February 28th at the Haha in North Hollywood, California. This is going to be 2019, by the way. If you watch this in the future, you missed it. It's too late. But February 28th, 2019 at the Haha Comedy Club in North Hollywood. I'm going to be doing the first live or comedy show that I've produced in over a year for the Awkwardly Social franchise. And it's also a birthday show. It's not really something I want to do. I don't want to celebrate my birthday per se, but if you promote it that way, then people are going to be like, oh my God, it's his birthday. We got to come out and check it out. And then they're going to have a lot of fun with it. Plus, I'm going to have a pretty good comics on it, so you should check it out. If you do want to see it, email me, josechavezcomedian@gmail.com. I will set you up with some tickets, and we will have ourselves a fucking fantastic time. But that did bring up the whole thing about birthdays. I'm not a person that likes to celebrate myself. I have a tough time receiving gifts without just having like crushing guilt about it. Like, I didn't really deserve this new pair of shoes kind of thing. And so it is something that I am constantly working on. For example, today I had to go out and buy a pair of slippers. The toilet overflowed and caused some damage to the floors. The stuff on the floor, rather, which were my slippers, and there was all this toilet water on them, and I could have washed them, but at the same time, it was pretty fucking gross. So I had to do a lot of laundry, I had to clean up a lot of things using bleach, and I needed a new pair of slippers that didn't smell like total skunk ass. Even though the toilet had been cleaned the day before, it's still kind of crazy, but you know how it goes. So I bought them. And then I got a second pair only because the second pair was on sale. I was like, you know what? I kind of like these a little bit more. Turns out I couldn't return the original ones. So now I have two pairs of slippers, and the crushing guilt of owning more than one pair somehow to me is a bit much. I have a tough time with that. So I'm not the person you go to for how do I spoil myself? What do I do to celebrate me? I'm the exact opposite. I don't fully understand it. That's where you guys come in. I did post it on Instagram, and I asked maybe a few minutes before I started recording, so I didn't give it enough time for people to respond. I did get a couple of responses, which was I celebrate the month, but only on the weekends. Another response I got was I celebrate for the week. A month is just too much, or one day is not enough, which is... I understand everyone has their own logic on how they got to wherever they got to. Neither one really makes sense to me, but to each their own. Now, for myself, I don't like to celebrate more than one day. I have had some pretty great celebrations in the past. When I turned 30, I had a bounce house, an adult bounce house, no kids allowed. We all got crazy drunk, and then we were bouncing around. There was some body slamming going on. There was a slide attached to the bounce house that we were going down, and it could have been disastrous, but luckily it wasn't. For 31st birthday, I think I just had a comedy show in my mom's backyard. 32nd birthday, got people to come out with me to a barcade, which is a 21 and over bar with a full bar. I'm sorry, 21 and over arcade with a full bar attached to it, and that was amazing. So I like to do things that are very specific to me, and it's at most one day. And even then, I put it out there. I'm like, if you're free to come out, come out. No pressure on you. So I don't do a whole lot for me. But when I do it, it's catered specifically to me, and I kind of put things out there in a way where it's like, not necessarily inconvenient for other people, but if they really wanted to come out, they would. And, at least I'll be able to play some games or whatever. So I don't, do you tell me, email me, let me know what you think in terms of birthday celebrations. What is too much? What is not enough? Is it selfish of you to tell people to do this whole thing, to come out multiple days? The response I got about the whole thing celebrating just on weekends, I get that. You go out on weekends anyway, but then are you being selfish by telling your friends, hey, I know we usually go out on weekends, but I want this entire month to be specifically dedicated to the places I want to go. Something I did get a response was just I like birthday months because it means that a lot of people buy buy food for me, so I save a lot of money that month. I get that. And I also understand that when you have a lot of friends, not everyone is available at the same time. So you have to have a few different celebrations in order to be able to get with people that actually want to celebrate you. Again, I understand all of that, but at the same time, is it too much? I don't know. And I was thinking about this. What would I do if I had a whole week, if I actually gave myself a week to celebrate me? My birthday this year is on a Saturday, but I probably wouldn't want to do anything on that Saturday. My family does like to get together and get cake and all of that for me, but I'm really hoping that none of that happens this year and that I don't know, get myself a burger. Again, getting back to it, I don't know how to celebrate me. When people ask, what do I want? They usually get me something comic book themed, something that's very easily something that I would appreciate. And then I sometimes ask for things, be like, get me a nice bottle of whiskey, like something that costs a little more than the traditional, which I don't know what that means because I can't taste the difference between whiskeys most of the time. Certain ones you can. Some of them just go down a lot smoother and have a nice taste to them. But when I say a nice bottle, I just mean something I wouldn't traditionally buy. Like I would never buy more than $30 worth of a drink, and even then, it's like a much larger bottle, not because it's fancy or anything. It's like $30. Okay, I'm getting enough alcohol for everybody at this party, not like I'm getting the top shelf shit for myself. I think if I were to say what a nice bottle of whiskey is something over $50, I guess. And that isn't like a party size thing. That's just like a smaller amount. And it's something I wouldn't really get for myself, usually. But something that I would purchase for myself on certain occasions. I don't know. I don't know how to properly put it. But yeah, so how would I do it? Like, oh, it's the end of the day. Let me pop open this $55 bottle of whiskey and reflect on my day. Like that would be the super great day for me. But if I had to figure out a whole week, probably some karaoke, more arcades, go to a comedy show. I'm producing this comedy show and then take a day off where I don't have to do anything. I don't have to go anywhere. I could just stay at home and just fucking get super fat. Just eat things like ramen. Ramen is me treating myself. It's like 2 packs of ramen. And this is what I do that people don't like. So don't judge me. I put cheese in it. If I get the chicken packets of the ramen and then I put 2 slices of the Kraft singles in there and I mix it within and it gives a nice little taste to it. That's my personal thing. That's what I would do for me for my birthday. So, again, I'm not the authority to go to for indulging, but that is how I would take care of myself. What would you do? Well, tell me, what would you do if you could celebrate your birthday? I'm not even talking about like money's no object. I'm not saying if you had $1 million. I'm saying is if theoretically in your current existence, the way that you are right now, what would you do to celebrate yourself? With your income or with your friends or with your means, whatever way you want to phrase it. Where would you go? If you could, gave yourself enough time to prepare yourself or anything like that, be reasonable, be feasible. That kind of stuff would be great to know because every time I think about how I would spoil myself, I could never actually do it. And there's nothing wrong with those that do. It's just that I don't know how. I think of like Parks and Rec when they do treat yourself. Again, fucking shoom, goes right over my head. Yeah, that's pretty much it on that one. So I'm going to end the video version of the podcast. If you want to hear the audio, the complete one, it's going to be available on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and subscribe on those podcast platforms. Rate, subscribe, give me a nice review. Let me know if you want to watch some more stuff, and I'll put more videos up. I'm going to be posting a lot more content in the coming days, so stick around for that. So for the video version, see y'all real soon. For the audio version, I'll talk to you guys in a minute.